everyone, and welcome to another video. Today, I will be discussing my twin flame journey. Hold your tears back. Hold your. I know. I feel the same. I was about to say hold the applause, but no, no, that would be like what? um. Definitely a change of scenery, as you can clearly see. I am not at my desk right now, and this is my cat, Faisal. Tere, look, it's you. So cute. Anyway, oh, he's so cute. Yeah, I don't know where to begin with this. It's also day out, I kind of started being a productive person and filming when it's like not midnight, you know. He's like so like unbothered. He's like gracefully judging. So handsome. Anyway, let's begin from the beginning, right? Um, it all started somewhere back in October of 2022. No, yeah, 2022. I was having like a crisis, you could say, like an emotional crisis, right? Because I I have been single since like um I want to say like single, like I if it's not like a whole ass relationship, like I don't count it, because like flings, it's like something in the long term, in the short term, but in the long term, like it's not like something you can like reference back to, or like feel like it was your relationship, like no. So I was single, from my definition of it, since August of 2021. Yeah, since then I was single. I still am, by the way. But um but at that time, like, I was just like questioning my love life at that moment. It was like October 2022. It was like it's been a while. So it's like you start to kind of like think about that, right? And I used to be like a I used you I got you that's the way I want to like say it. I got used to being a person that dates someone, because I had like long-term relationships. Like I had a year and something relationship, so I also lived with my girlfriend for like a while. Like it was when it was like COVID lockdown and shit like that. Like, so I was used to my character having a significant other. So at that moment, I was just like reevaluating just like my life love decisions, my romantic decisions, and like like I don't know, just like I was going through a crisis over this, I guess. Oh, my mom is calling. Wait, excuse me. I'm back. And as I was doing that, all of a sudden I had a vision. Now, I got used to it. Like, look at me saying all of this like with no emotional attachment to this. You know how many times I've told this story? Like, you have no idea also how embarrassing this is to tell this story if you're not attached completely like I am right now. So like, yeah. Uh, so yeah, it looks like I don't give a fuck about what I'm saying, but it might be true now, as of now. Also, I recorded a whole video of me telling the story, but in the most important part, interrupted me a fucking oh my god, I'm about to sneeze, a cockroach with wings, and he fucking attacked our apartment, like me and Faisal's apartment. And like, he was like literally next to my desk, and then you can like I insert clip right here. You know, often I don't want to edit my stuff, but this is just so funny that I just cannot not include this in this video, you know? Sorry. So, where I was going with this is that I knew it was a vision because I that era, that era, that October, um, September, that era, I was having visions. There was one particularly that I will never forget, and this is the one that I can like describe the most clearly to you to like make you understand the situation. So I was hosting a Halloween party, and obviously it was not exactly in Halloween. What on Halloween? Sorry, when it was actually Halloween. It was beforehand. Like a Halloween party is never exactly on Halloween. Okay. And the party had like a cool concept because my one of my best friends helped me organize everything and come up with this concept. First of all, of course, costumes were like you don't have a costume, you're not coming in. Like that was the thing, and also we made like DIY decorations, Halloween decorations, like because that friend of mine is an artist like I am, so she offered me to like that we make Halloween decorations, but like ourselves, right? So we made like bats and pumpkins, like and like a row like that on strings, you know, on like shoelaces and shit like that, and it was really cute. I'm gonna bring paper to blow my nose. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. I don't know where that came from. Um, I thought I was going to blow my nose. Anyway, it just like became winter right now. Just like that. Like, I live in the desert, basically. And here it's mostly summer the entire year. It's like kind of California, how people describe California. And it's excuse me. Oh my god. It becomes winter usually only around November. Sorry. December. Uh and like it gets cold like even in December, like it's still warm. It gets cold like January, like actually winter, right? Because beforehand it's just autumn, right? Autumn doesn't start in October, it starts in November, like you know. So yeah, I'm a bit cold. I don't know why I just dragged it out for that long, but anyway. uh One of those like we drew on the pumpkins, right? We drew faces on the pumpkins that we drew on like a piece of paper, like orange paper, and stuck it with sellotape onto a shoelace and hung it around my old apartment and outside on the door and like in the hallways and like you know decorating the place for the Halloween party because we didn't have any decorations, like because they didn't sell decorations around here for Halloween. But now they do, which is great, awesome. I love it. Thank you. For me, it's just furniture, like, but yeah. So one of the pumpkins, came out looking like Hitler, which was kind of like a funny sarcastic jokes because we're all Jewish, you know. So it just like was, you know, and like we drew on them after we stuck them on the shoelace, so we didn't want to take them off and shit like that. So she offered, what if we would make like a game? I think she said that like jokingly, and she said, what if the party's like main event would be the game that somebody has to like find the pumpkin that looks like Hitler, because it's like a sarcastic joke, like my friend group didn't think anything of it because they all are Jewish. So we immediately were laughing about it, honestly. So the reason I'm being a little bit politically correct is because the internet is not as understanding, so yeah, I have to preface that, because I had some problems saying shit recently, so I just wanna, make it clear, and whoever finds that pumpkin wins something, and we didn't quite know what they win yet. And then she had this idea: what if we went to like the pet store, and like, well, because I had a pet store really fucking underneath my house, and oh my god, I have so many fucking stories with that pet store. I have to like make a video about that once. But we went there, and like she said, what if we go and purchase a fish, and like give it to whoever finds that pumpkin, and like buy food, and like, a small like tank to put him in, and just like with like instructions of how to feed him and shit like this, and just like give it to the person who finds that pumpkin. And I was like, oh my god, that's the best idea I've ever heard in my entire life. And I still think that way. Like, what, who, I would have never thought about this, and that's a crazy idea, and that's fucking cool, and like, that was so, I don't know, that was so cool. So, we buy this like shark fish that we were told if you put him in front of the mirror, he will try to attack himself. So it's like an emo as fuck fish. That fish was so emo. So as we were buying the fish, I'm sorry, like, I don't know, I feel bad saying that I bought something with a soul, and like, that is alive, it feels wrong to, just buy a living being, even if it's a fish. Like, a fish is just like a human. I don't think there is a difference, and there are places in the sea, and it's actually so sad now that I'm thinking about it, like, that I'm saying, like, we bought the fish, like, it's fish trafficking. Anyway, for what? For this? Oh my god. And and I saw like a picture in my mind of one of my best friends holding the fish, and she's like blonde, and she's like, the fish is like uh, uh like in real life, the blue purplish colors, and like she's dressed in black, and she's like holding him like this, like smiling, and like, and she had like eyeliner corners with like here and on the inside. I remember this like from the picture that I saw in my mind, and which means that I kind of like knew what she would be kind of like looking like at that evening. I didn't know. So but yeah, so I was actually aware of that vision. I was like aware of this picture that came into my mind, and I remember telling myself, if this is actually happening, like if this is actually what's going to happen, if she's the one that's gonna win the fish, then this is a vision, and that's fucking scary. Like, that's what I was thinking, because, like, oh my god, like, this is psychic shit I wasn't ready to for, like, yeah, I know I'm a person who does like divination, and I'm like a magician and like a wizard, whatever, um, and like I don't need to explain this any further. Anyway, so lo and behold, whatever was happening, and that fucking pumpkin that looks like Hitler was outside on the door, on the front door, you know? So a person had to remember that there were like pumpkins and like decorations like on the front door, right? And like refer to it, or like think that it is an option, because like many people that were a part of the game, of my guests, for the party, the Halloween party, they didn't think that it was an option to like go check like they did remember like there were decorations on the door, but like they didn't think that was a part of like the um map, basically. And she, lo and behold, finds that fucking pumpkin and takes the fish, and I'm just like, fuck, bitch, fuck. Like, I saw this in my mind. Like, this is scary. Like, what does that mean? And then when I was like questioning my love life, I had this vision. So I knew it was a vision, right? Not immediately. Immediately I was just like in it, but just like a few seconds after, with my like awareness actually was in my body and not only my mind. Um, I was just like realizing it is a vision, and I was just seeing my twin flame. I also had like the urge to write it down. In the original video that I made, I like actually pulled up the notebook and said video right here, but I um don't have the time and patience for that right now. I remember that like I cannot forget even if I wanted to, and sometimes I do want to. Um, Not really, I'm joking. I'm like a sarcastic queen. I'm an Aquarius. Sun, moon. Anyway, I said I'm gonna say this in every video. You thought I was joking. This is a commitment that I made. And Aquarians, when they make a commitment, it's fucking die hard. So, well, I'm joking. Don't take me seriously. Like, never take me seriously, actually. Thank you. This meme of like, don't believe what anybody has told you about me. I'm worse. Thank you. That's how I feel like sometimes. Um, Justified? I don't know. Maybe it's just like me just like thinking of myself in a different way of how I actually am. Never mind. This has nothing to do with this video. So I pull up pull out the notebook, and I like write in it the vision that I'm having right now, what I'm seeing, like, and I'm not gonna say everything, right? Because like, I don't know. It's like it was weird. It was like a lot of details, and it was just like, I don't know. I cannot even really comprehend that and like articulate that in words just yet. Even though it happened like a year ago, it's still like I didn't have to like tell the whole story of that, like of how, because like I just told them how he looked like, but not anything beyond it. But it told me like in the vision, like I had like I let's just say I downloaded his zodiac sign, because it's called like a download. She's so funny. His zodiac sign and his family dynamic, and his like external features, and like the inner workings of his personality in some ways, like. And I also saw vaguely in the concept it was vaguely the but like the vision itself was clear. I saw him uh in my workplace where I work. While I am working, I work in an arcade. Um, just like going away from me, and like he has like long black hair to like here, and like I knew he had blue eyes, and I knew how his face looked like and shit like this. But and like I saw it, but in this specific like download, I guess I don't know how to call this, but like this specific like glimpse of a picture that popped into my mind, into my spirit eye, I guess, was just him walking away. So I didn't see his face. I just saw him, and this was supposed to be kind of like the first time I'm meeting this dude, right? So it was in my workplace, and him just walking away with his like hair, black hair blowing. It was straight black hair, and like he had like a black jacket with something red on the back. And in the vision, or in that photo that I had popped into my mind by spirit eye, whatever you want to call this, semantics, okay. I'm just like um appealing to all the Delulu groups right now. You know, that's why I'm using all of the terms, because I want all of you to no join my cult. No, I'm joking. If I had a cult, I would just be so rich right now. I wouldn't be here. I would be on a yacht, basically. So you have nothing to be scared about. Um hold on, let me blow my nose. Oh, how did this get here? I don't know. Yes. Um. So it was weird time. Definitely a weird time, because after I had that vision, people all of a sudden had crushes on me, were just like confessing their attraction to me, wanting to date me, like offering to take me on dates, like but a lot of people, and like sometimes even people I wanted originally. But I was just like, no. I had this vision about my fucking twin flame, like there is no way like anybody else is gonna be interesting to me right now. Like this is my twin flame. My goal is to meet this person, you know, like perhaps date this person, that's like ideal, obviously. So I just I'm turning them down, and I'm telling them no, like, and I'm telling them actually no, like I had a vision of meeting my twin flame, and that is more interesting to me right now, and um some of them were just like, oh my god, damn, that's interesting, that's spiritual, like baddies, and some of them were just like, stop being Delulu. Stop thinking you're Jesus. Like, what are you talking about? What kind of, uh, what prophecy, bitch? Like, like that vibe, which I was just like, all of a sudden dealing with, because I experienced this like level of spirituality that I haven't really exposed before, and this time I like had to expose it, because it was like the main part of my life in that era, basically. I call it twin flame era, because now it's over, right? As long for what I know, yeah, I ended it basically for myself in my mind. Um. Anyway, so yeah, and he was a Leo, and had like a certain like love for music. That's what I sensed. Like, I don't know why. Like, in some tarot readings that I did and like people did for me, said like there would be something about us connecting over each other's voices, like me and my twin flame, which is like very strange. Or like me and the person that was in my vision, like that. The story gets so complicated that, and actually interesting, there's plot twists that even if you would ask me to make them up, I wouldn't be able to, you know like, I wouldn't be able to think about this. But the universe did me right. That's all I can say, right? That's all I can say. So time passes, right? And I'm just like telling myself, I'm just like committing to this thing. This is my goal, This is my journey. I'm on this journey. And I would do like tarot readings about it to like understand the spirituality behind this like journey, behind to like make sense of it, okay? So like yeah, cuz I needed guidance, cuz like what the fuck do I know? I'm just a fucking human. Like, I don't and I'm just like fucking 19 also. Like, bro, I don't know. What do you mean twin flame right now? Like, I don't like, what the fuck? Like, what? Yeah, like, chill. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Um and also, if you don't know, the whole point of like having like a twin flame is that you feel their feelings. Like, it's the same, like you feel each other's feelings, and you think each other's thoughts, but it's like, it's not yours, but like you don't know sometimes. Like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, this sounds fucking crazy, but I don't know what to tell you. I just like I'm telling you my experience, okay? And this is, everybody says that this is their experience as well, which is, it makes sense, if somebody is like sharing the same fucking spark of your soul, right? It's like the other half, I guess, of your soul, even though you're not a half of something, you're a whole, but like, as yourself. You know what I mean, though? That like, when you craft something in Minecraft, um there is like a limit to what you can craft with it, right? So imagine like this being the most practical and most like desirable option that takes you the most ingredients and most like layers to get to craft it, right? And it's like the best thing that you can craft, right? Like, let's say a diamond pickaxe, right? I don't know where I was going with that. I'm actually I actually forgot completely where I was going with that. Anyway, I hope you find that funny, because I'm not gonna like sit here and like wonder. Okay, I got shit to do. Um, so anyway, yeah, I was just like sensing, he for like all the research that I did and shit like this. Because I'm a little detective, spiritually, energetically, physically, like intellectually. I like to know things. So I like information. So what I discovered was that he got betrayed by his like closest friends, or like something like that, and got like neglected in some way, and went through like this massive tower moment, and like, I just felt all those fucking tower emotions, and my life was hell stable. Like, my life, I just like was in my stable ass job in my arcade. I was just like living my life, had a lot of money, there's like nothing, and I was feeling all those fucking emotions, and I was just like, bitch, like like I yeah, like I felt sorry for him in some way, but like, just like a lot of like chaos inside of me, right? I was like very emotional at that time. That's how I'm gonna describe that. Sensitive, also very sensitive, and like, time passes, right? And It's I kid you not. Okay, I kid you not. It's January 20, 23rd, right? Because like this, oh my god, something popped up on my screen. Hold up. Yeah. It was like hiding my face, and I cannot sit here and talk about anything actually if I'm not staring at my face. So like what's the whole point of me doing this, you know? Um so like it was 23rd 10 2023. I smacked it. I smack things when I'm speaking. You know, so it was like a date that was an angel number, that it was also my birthday. Like I was born on the 23rd of January. So like on my birthday, right, was the first time that I saw him. Now, this kind of like takes the vision that I had into two separate ways, right? Because in one of them I saw this, right? I was sitting in a restaurant with my family because it was my birthday. We were celebrating my birthday, and on the left of me there was like a space between the restaurant itself and between like the cube that we were sitting in outside, for like pedestrians to walk. You know, it was like, yeah, a sidewalk. Um, so and I was inside of the cube, you know, so like there were windows and shit. And it was dark out because it was evening. It was like 9, 10 perhaps, I don't know, 9 perhaps, I think it was 9. And I was in the middle of a very heated political debate with my aunt about like democracy and like shit like that. I don't know, like she got super heated about something I said jokingly. And she just like popped off, and like she actually, never mind, it's not the whole point, but the point is that I was super focused in this argument, right, to like understand what she's saying, like pick back with a different, like with a logical answer, shit like that. And all of a sudden I just feel this feeling, right, that someone I know is walking next to me, just like saying hi. Like I feel like somebody just like walking next to me. I don't know how to say it, and I'm inside the cube, you know. I don't know, and I'm like, it's while I'm looking at my aunt, but like I'm just feeling this sensation that like somebody's walking right next to me, like right next to me, and it's someone I know, like someone I'm gonna like turn around, it would be someone I know. That's how I felt. I don't know how to describe this, you know? I really don't. When, and well, I turn around because I cannot ignore this feeling. This is my intuition telling me turn the fuck around. I turn around. I expect to like see someone I know, and then I turn around and I see him walking away with his hair like blowing in the wind, and he has those massive earphones out, and he has this fucking hoodie, black, with a red anime thing on the back of it. And I'm just like, what? What? And I keep going with the debate, and he just like walks by. Like, after that, I knew where he was going because I went there myself. By accident, not by, well, actually by coincidence. But coincidences don't exist. By the pure magic of the universe. What can I say? And oh boy, oh boy. I was immediately, I didn't like let myself get too hyped up because I was just like, as you know, I'm a very logical person. I was thinking, okay, it's either him and I'm fangirling and I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck, this is real. Oh my god, what the fuck, this is real. Or it could be just a normal person just walking by. But also, the similarities just represent to me the fact that it's coming either way. Either this is that person or it's a different person. This is a sign that this is true. Either way, because the similarities are, this is not a coincidence. This cannot be coincidental. Like, this cannot, like, it cannot. It's too specific. Yeah. So, literally a day after, I fucking oh my god, I fucking go okay, I go to like drink coffee with my grandma. Like, she was living, now she moved a city, so she lives in a different city, and we don't get to do that as often. But we used to almost every day go out to like drink coffee in the mornings, because we are like best friends, me and my grandmom. That's why I have grandmom attributes, because I am one. Like, my grandmom is my best friend. Like, you know. And we like cheer each other up, and it's like cute and fun and lovely. And like, I after that had like a window, and then I was having like a meeting with my psychologist. So I didn't want to go home during that window, because I was just like, okay, I'm already outside. I feel like doing something outside. Let's just wander around the city and just like, because I was in the very central area, where there's like literally everything, art shops, like coffee places, like shit that that I like, and the beach is very close as well. So like, I can just sit and look at the beach, just, and like listen to music or read a book or like draw. So I was thinking about those things, and I was just walking in the direction to the beach, because we have this in my town. We have this like whole, it's famous for having this like area near the beach that is like just like this complex with like bars and restaurants and like ice cream places and just um change, like dollars to like different money, and shit like that, and like real estate companies. And it's like a very like lively place, and there's like very like cute architecture going on there, and like it's lovely basically. So I like going there, because this is also the place where you just go. You don't have like, most of my stories like come from this place. Why? Because we don't really have any other place to hang out, This is just like the only thing we have. But it's cute, like it's fancy, it's adorable. Very French-esque, I would say. It is also very influenced by the French, but because there like lives the most accumulated population of French and Russian people. So that place has standards. So I was just like going into that direction, and like the difference was like one street. Like, I was living here on this street, and like when you turn right, it's the street of the one I was walking in, that leads you to the beach. So when I was walking, I was thinking to myself, I was passing by fruit shake, like stand, and one actually that I really like. It's very nostalgic. I have many experiences, blah 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 blah. And I was just like walking past it, and I was thinking, debating, should I buy a fruit shake? Should I not buy a fruit shake? Like, yes, no, and it didn't click. So I was just passing by, and I kept walking, and then I was thinking, should I get a coffee? And then I was like, no. Can you believe this? I said no to a coffee. Me, no. What the fuck? I would never say no to a coffee. Like, cause after the fruit shake stand, there were just plenty of coffee shops. and coffee places and like restaurants to sit and drink coffee in. And I was just like, no, I already drank coffee this morning. I kid you not. And I just keep walking. And after that, you have only two options. So I was thinking ahead before I even got to them, right? Because there's like a long pathway to get to them, you know. Beautiful. So I was enjoying the experience. Um and like um there was a boba place and 24/7 that, you know, was just like a supermarket kind of thing. So I was just thinking either to get boba or to just like be an adult and just like get a bottle of water and just like sit by the beach, you know, and like look at the beach, listen to music, like write in my little like notebook, shit like that, you know. And um I walk to the boba place. You know, I decide I want boba because, you know, I deserve a little bit of a treat, you know, and if I'm already here, like, why not, you know, because I didn't even experience, like, the boba experience, because they call it, like, the boba experience is, like, their slogan, so, like, I didn't really experience it that much because I didn't get, at that time, many opportunities to actually get boba from there. So when I did get an opportunity, I was just like, I'll go for it, you know. So I walk up to the boba place and it's closed. It's 11 in the morning. Apparently they open at 12. I look and I see they open at 12, and I'm like, that means I gotta get water. So I look to my left and I fucking see him, that dude. I still don't see his face, right? With his hair fucking blowing in the wind, holding a fucking bucket. Hello, I'm an Aquarius. My whole thing is that I am a bucket, okay? Holding a fucking bucket of water and just like spilling out the water, you know, coming out of the supermarket place, and which I immediately thought, you know, correctly, that he works there, you know. This is where he works, you know, which, you know, splits my it's already 42 minutes. Like, how do I do this, you know? I thought it was way less. I was trying to go to the point so quickly, but I just, you know, I can't sometimes, you know. I do my best. So I I'm like, what the fuck, you know? And then my vision splits into two different occurrences. Once where he was actually wearing that hoodie and like, you know, walking away with his hair like flowing and shit like that. And yeah, and the other one went at his workplace. I thought it was my workplace, essentially, it is gonna occur in my workplace, but it was actually his workplace. And I just go there, right? Because I'm like, don't be a pussy right now, you know. There's no way I'm not gonna go get my water just because. And I was also really thirsty, I must mention. So I was like, I gotta get some water. There's no way I'm not getting inside just because this dude is actually right here. You know, this is supposed to be actually my fuel to get to get inside of this shop. You know, so like, you know, so I just like went, and while I was going there, he was like about to come back inside, but decided that he wants to like fix something in the door, like something like bothered him in the door. They would like automatically open, automatically. So like, I don't know, something was like bothering the door from like opening correctly, or was like I don't know, scratching the glass. I don't even know. He was just like standing there, like messing with it, and I was going to get in, and he's still there messing with it. So I literally had to like, go under his arm, kind of, to like get inside because he was like, it was, I don't know, it was so weird. I don't know, and I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just like going straight to the water at the end of the aisle. I'm just like, I'm gonna pay and that's it, and I'm gonna leave. And as I'm paying, he walks behind the cash register, and he isn't the one like giving me service, but like he walks, and he looks at me, and I look at him, and I see his face, and it's the dude from my vision, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on right now? What the fuck is going on right now? Like, I just, I just, I don't have any words to explain what I was feeling in that moment in time. And, um, fast forward to the fact that there, like I said, there's like bars around this area. And this was a time where I went to a bar with my friends every weekend, which means that every weekend he would actually also work the night shift at this 24/7 that was right next to it, you know? And we were just like, each time find like a reason to come inside. And you know, once I was actually really drunk, and I told him I liked his hair, you know, because he had like cute, like long black hair. He had like this like attitude. I don't know what I was thinking, you know, but like, you know, he actually did remind me of myself a lot, and I also felt like I fucking knew him. And also, one friend of mine, okay, actually the roommate, guys, um, she, um, the the like very recent times where I actually met her, right, was in October. So, um, a few days after I actually had this vision, I saw a notification on Facebook, and I don't know if I didn't know I had Facebook, right? Cuz I don't know how to use it. I never touched Facebook in my life, rather than the fact that I needed to connect a Facebook to one of like the distributions of my podcasts for it to like actually work. I don't know why, you know, why they don't use Google Plus, or like actually Google, or like Instagram, or like I don't know, like why, you know, Facebook, and only Facebook. And and I guess that is the reason of why I actually had this notification. And it was Facebook offering me to follow somebody named Alex. Now I can say the name because it ends up not being the name of my twin flame, of this dude, you know, of this specific dude, but it ends up actually correlating in a different fucking major way that I am still baffled about. Okay, let me sip water, and I'll be right back. Oh, wait. How did this get here? What? You know, when my mom called, she asked me if I was like feeling alright, because when I came over to them, to their house to visit them, um she, like, my both of my siblings were sick, you know, because it just became winter. So she asked me if I was not sick, because like I was like hugging them and shit. And now I'm starting to like feel it, you know. Maybe I got sick. I hope not, but you know, we'll just wait and see, you know. I'll make tea later, or something Russian like that. Uh so so yeah, and I immediately thought about this recommendation of Facebook for me to follow this person named Alex, means that this is my twin flame's name, that, or like the dude in the vision's name. That's what I was thinking immediately, which meant that's what my intuition told me, you know, not my mind, but just like my gut, you know. Literally, I kid you not, a day after that, this roommate and we met at school. I was doing an extra year, you know, a 13th year, you know how you go to 12 years of school. So I did another one because I dropped out, and I had like a window and shit, you know. I just wanted to like try, you know, at least. So we met there. She was like actually finishing, you know. it was her last year, so like the 12th. Um, so she was a year younger. Never mind. Anyway, um, but like we met there, and she like at that time she have been to my apartment once, and like we kind of like became friends. Just like was nice. That we It was one of the first instances where we had interactions in school. Um, like of like us being like friendly, of us being friends and not like strangers who are like cool with each other, which was kind of like cool, so to get used to that, because hello, I am used to not having friends at school, um, and she tells me, you have to come to school today, because I had a dream about you and I have to tell you what I dreamt. And I was like, okay, damn. I had no intention of actually going to school that day because I actually had different plans with one of my best friends, the same one that helped me organize this Halloween party, She lives in a different city, and I was just like, it was actually on my way, so I was just like going there to hear her story and just like leaving, because my school was like that. It's an external school, and you basically are your own boss, and nobody is like nagging you to do anything. You are there because you want to be there, because you chose to be there most times. So because it's what is most comfortable for you to like pass school, so they literally don't give a fuck if you do that. Like the fact that you actually came, even if it's just like to say hi, like that was awesome, and they encouraged that even, and like look at the length of my nails. This is so sexy. Oh my god, look at that. Wow, so sharp. Also, like I'm such a witch. you know but she tells me this dream that she's had, and she tells me she's in my apartment and it's raining out, right? So like for me meant it's winter, and she's in my apartment, and it's like a party because there's like a lot of people in my apartment, a lot of noise, like perhaps music, and just like I think she said people in costumes, but she wasn't sure. Like I remember something like that. She's saying like people were in costumes, but like maybe not. Like I'm not sure. But she says about me, you were with a boyfriend, and like I'm a dyke. Hello, and I also most times represent myself as a dyke because look at me, I look very dyke-y, and I always come to a point where I start talking about how much I love women. So like all of a sudden, when she saw me with the boyfriend, it was just like for her, what the fuck? Kesem has a boyfriend? Like that makes no sense. Like this is, and when the boyfriend turned around, like this is also like one of the patterns, that she saw him with his face away from her, and then he turned around. So I don't know why, I just felt something in my hallway. Not in my hallway, but like outside. It's like weird. I felt like, oh, negative energy. What the fuck? I'll cleanse. But I want to say that, he turns around and she says his face looked like somebody I know named Alex. Not only was it somebody she knew, this person was also an ex of my ex, and also was dating currently a girl in our school, on our grade, you could say. What? And I had to tell her. I was like, oh my god, you have no idea what the fuck you just dreamt about. Like, and I told her like my vision in the text, and like text, from Facebook, that they will like send me a notification, and whatever. And it was in during like October, like November, like no, it was October actually. Very like fresh when it occurred. Then we became friends, and like when she even met him, the roommate, when she met him, she said, "I feel like I know this dude. Like I feel like there isn't like an energetical boundary from like a stranger. It seems like you can actually just like grab him and like say like hi, or like just like you know like fist bump. Like it seemed like this person, like there isn't an energetical like wall, which was so strange. And once, I will never forget this, okay? Once I was at this 24/7 that he was working in. I'm saying was because I'll get to that. He quit, I said I'll get to that, but actually there is a story behind that, so like stay tuned. um so we go there, me and him. We just like buy like alcoholic like beverages, like mini cocktails and shit like this, like because we have like our girls night, and we would just wanted to like have deep conversations in front of the beach. It's so like Aquarius and Capricorn, to have deep conversations in front of the beach, and like drinking like girly cocktails. Like this is so Aquarius Capricorn like duo, like I yeah. And while we were doing this, all of the fucking freezer of the drinks was full. Okay, there was nothing to fill, but this dude, I saw him first of all like noticing us coming in, and this dude always has his earphones, big massive earphones on. Always. When I once complimented his hair, it was after, obviously. This what the story I'm telling you right now, but he had to like lift his one earpiece and be like, "Huh?" And I had to repeat it, like actually. So he was like nonstop with those earphones on. Even when working the cash register once, we went, and he was working the cash register once, and his like Hebrew wasn't good, cause like where I live we speak Hebrew, so like his Hebrew wasn't that great, because he was like Russian Ukrainian. Hello, I'm Russian Ukrainian, and I knew like this person, like in my vision, was Russian Ukrainian or Slavic in some way, because I recognized the features. So he was so stereotypically that too, and his name ended up being so stereotypically that too, and ended up being a fucking so fucking close variation of my name that is like you can't make this up. Like it's almost the same name. Like I don't know how to. It's like the same verb of like magic. It's the same verb, and it was also a name that I always liked since like my childhood. Like my uncle was in the Russian scene, like with his like emo friends and shit like that, and he was kind of like living with us. He was like 14 when I was like 8 or like 7, something like that. Can you chase after someone more quietly, please? Can you see I'm trying to film right now? A cab. Defund the police. No, I'm kidding. I'm actually not kidding. Okay, shut the fuck up. Anyway, where was I even fucking going with this? I don't even remember. But like we were in this supermarket, right? And he came in, and to the aisle that we were at, me and her, and we were just thinking about which cocktails to like buy, because she had like a hard time like picking things, making decisions like that. So I was just like advising her on like which one to take, which one I think would be like tastier as like a bartender. So he was really next to us with like this cart, small cart, very short, like cot. It's like tiny, right? That has like place for like 6 drinks, perhaps, or like maybe 12 drinks, and that's it, like small ones. And he just like is walking with it, because it's one that has like wheels and like like something to hold, you know. So he's in that aisle, and he is just like organizing nothing, he's just like in his cot, just like looking at us, looking at his cot, looking at us, looking at his cot, like, and just like doing nothing, and there's nothing to fill, he came to fill drinks, there's nothing to fill, that it's full, it's, and he's just like there, and like we get it, and we were the ones walking away at the end, because she actually finally picked a cocktail, and we actually paid and went away, and left. And that was like, damn, like, okay, so this is like weird. So this is weird, This isn't just like I don't know, like that's weird, So forward, right? I move apartments, with this roommate, and since then I had way less opportunities of actually going out to bars and like partying and shit like that, and like spending a lot of money, because of that whole situation. So I didn't go there for like months, and I also had like a crush on a few girls during that time, because it was just like, okay. Oh, because I sent this dude also a message, and I think it was February. I met him I saw him first time in January on my birthday. So February, I somehow, through that roommate that knew somebody who worked there, got me his Instagram, which is how I actually found out what his name was, which also at that time, the numbers 33 were fucking haunting the shit out of me, and his username had 33 in like spelling his name with a 3, which made 33 like I cannot make this up. Like, I cannot make this up even if I wanted to. Like, I wouldn't think about something like this, like, this is too specific. And yeah. uh So I sent him a text. I was just like, yo, are you like the dude who works at the 24/7? Like, you look kind of cute. Like, I would like to get to know you. And he just responded, yep, and this emoji. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So I responded, that's a very strange response for somebody hitting on you. So I didn't get a response since then. And, well, fine, like, I forgot about it, and I thought that he actually had a girlfriend for some reason also. I was like certain he has a girlfriend, because how my narcissistic ass was just like, how can you fucking respond to me like this, if, like, look at me, you know what I mean, if you are not taken, so I was just assuming he is taking, so I respected that, and I was just like doing my own thing. It doesn't mean that we didn't go to that 24/7 still, because we actually just went there, just sometimes people actually just wanted things from there, and just it happens that way, that we go there, so yeah. And fast forward, right? I haven't been there in months, right? Haven't even thought about this dude in like months, just like trying to like think about different things, think about different people, but I'm like so apathetic about like people and romance at that time, and I'm just like, no, they're not interesting, and this is sucks, and this sucks, like, I don't know, that's how I was feeling, but I was like doing my best not to think about this twin flame journey, and perhaps accept that this will never happen and shit like this, okay? So fast forward, I go through a glow up. It's been a year, right? It's the new October. It's October 2023, not 2022. So it's a year since then. So since then he also like changed his haircut and shit like this, and he like yeah. So even before October, like I think it was September, one of my ex friends, one of my like a person who used to be my friend, she had like a breakup with her, like a temporary breakup with her boyfriend, and she was on Tinder, um and she saw him, and she immediately like screenshotted and sent me, and was like, oh my god, like he doesn't have a girlfriend. And I was just like, perhaps that means this is a sign I should try again, you know? Because, like, I want to see where this shit is going. Like, you cannot just, like, give me okay, universe, you cannot just give me a vision and just, like, make everything correlate and just, like, not go anywhere with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, like, why would you do that? You know, like, why would you do that to me? You know, like, that's what I was thinking. So I knew there was more to this story than what I had known at the time. What? Okay. And during the time, I wasn't actually interacting with this person at all, like the twin flame. I wasn't going to that place that he worked at because for like months, because I didn't have any like extra money to go spend at like bars and shit like that. You know, I was going through a crisis with the roommate, all of those things. You know, my sister, which is like 14 at the time, and her friends who are like 18, 16, you know, um, they somehow, like, she bought him a Coca-Cola, and somehow one of her friends actually opened up, like, did read him like tarot cards and shit like that. And I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck, you know? Like, what is this, you know? And she was telling me this, and I was just like, she was randomly calling me, I remember, like, and like I said, it was in the time where in the era which I didn't go there, and she was telling me like, yo, you know, I just bought him Coca-Cola. And I was just like, what the fuck? But like, I didn't know what to think. Even I still don't know about that. Like, what the like, still, like, what the fuck, you know? But then, oh Jesus, oh my god. Then, um, 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 where was I? Okay, it was October, right? It was October. So I had kind of like a strange incident with the fact that I um we were like um destination hunting for like a another Halloween party, because I had one in my apartment, and one of my friends wanted, like, did another one, like, was planning another one, actually on actually Halloween, which wasn't on Halloween, it was on the November 3rd. But okay, you know, like I said, it never is on Halloween, guys. um so went haunted, like, or abandoned, like, destination hunting, you know. Yeah, hunting. After I said haunting, hunting sounds wrong, you know. I just my mind playing tricks on me. So doing that, we wanted, like, one of our friends wanted to go get ice cream, and she also has a vehicle, and she drives, right? So she decided I was like, okay, I'll come with you, I want ice cream too, you know. um I was also so high that evening. I was so high, but I looked so good. I cannot lie, I looked so good. But anyway, we like we she says that she's most comfortable with the least amount of driving, which means this 24/7 is the closest to us at that moment, and that's where we're going to also get water and to get, like, ice creams. And you you would have loved seeing my face at that point in time when it lit up, literally. I was just like, okay, damn, like, okay. And I was telling myself, and it wasn't like that late at night, and this person works night shifts late, you know, at kind of like at times where, like, these, like, where when we were destination hunting, um usually he wouldn't be working, but yeah. So I was like, of course he's gonna be there now. So I went there. We went there, and they like one of them knew because I told her beforehand, because we actually had had a reason to talk about that, because oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, now I do remember. Oh my god, we had a reason to talk about that because once, okay, during the time I didn't go there, and I was having the whole roommate problems, this girl that is my friend now, all of a sudden texts me in the middle of the night. It's like 1 a.m., you know? And she tells me, or like midnight, and she tells me, yo, me and Beep says his name. I like here in like the place where he works in, not the store, but like the place, where next to the beach, that place. We're there. And we're like drinking, we have vodka left. Do you want to come like sit with us? He says he wants to see you. And I immediately was just like, because this was also literally a moment after I was meditating, and I was just like, okay, this is far beyond me. Just releasing it because I knew I was not gonna go there for like a while, and I knew I just had different things going on with my life, so I just like wanted to release it, in some way. And literally after I finished this meditation, I get this text in the fucking in the middle of the night, and of course this wasn't the same person, right? But this person does correlate to this weird plot twist. But yeah. You can't make this shit up, dude. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know. Like, there is also like no light right now, so I'm sorry. It's literally 4 p.m. Like, I don't know why it's dark already, but So, we go there, we buy ice creams, shit like that, and we and like one of them knows, that girl that was with us, she was with us too, and she knows, and the other one doesn't know, and she was so like excited about this too. The thing with Scorpios is that they will say they're not spiritual and they don't believe in spirituality, meanwhile being the most spiritually awake fucking beings walking this earth. You know what I mean? Like, I can't, like, these people are in fucking deep denial about their spirituality. Like, I don't believe in spirituality. Like, no. Like, and then, like, it always ends up being like this, It always ends up being like this. Because this girl was exactly like that. Is exactly like that, Like, she's, well, woke as fuck, but she doesn't know that. Like, she has powers that she isn't aware of them. 100%. And like she got excited about that because like it was kind of like the first time she was hearing about like something like this, and it's crazy. I don't know how she didn't. It was like, you're crazy, okay? Like most people who said stop pretending to be Jesus, and she was just like, yo, oh my god, that's cool, like let's like invite him to the party. And I was just like, yeah, damn, like, oh my god, that's a great idea, And she was like, I don't mind inviting him myself, like, to the party. No, I'm overexposed. No, stop. Okay, fine. I'll deal with it. With being in the spotlight. That's better. Thank you. Anyway, you see, when I accepted the situation, I could move out of it. Oh, deep words. Anyway, yeah, so she was like, I don't mind even inviting him and shit like this, like for you, but you just being there though. And I was like, yeah, cool. Oh my god, like, who am I to say no to this? Like, this is amazing, okay? As I was thinking. But then the plot twist of my life came into fruition when, literally a night after, we went out as the girlies, right? Because this evening that we were destination hunting, I also told them about like this whole story. So told them like the whole story, right? Because like even that other girl, I didn't tell her the whole story. I told her like shortly, you know. He's my twin flame, had a vision, blah blah blah, rejected. Yeah, my sister has more connection to him than I do, and her friends they more than I do, you know. And that's what I told her. So she didn't know all the like fine details, which every time I would say like a detail from like my vision, she would be like, this person, the person that she uh, invited me to like drink with and with her, like in that place, you know. And they also both came into my uh um um like leaving my apartment party, you know, like when we dress as our best friends, like they dressed up as each other, and like they came, both of them in. Like I said, he has the same name, but I didn't think anything of it. Like I don't know, like I didn't, like only when she sent me that message, like in the middle of the night after I was done meditating and like releasing that, and she just texted me, and we weren't texting. Like if she sent me a text, like I would know it was either something funny she has to say, or either like I don't know. Like I don't know. It would always be something like I wasn't expecting, because we weren't like having like conversations. Like I don't know. We weren't close like that. We weren't like actually like, you know, we were like acquaintances and not friends like we are now, you know. So I was just like, what the fuck, you know? Like this has too many like ends connecting, you know, loose ends connecting. So apparently, so every time I would say like details of my vision, she would say, "Oh my god, this person that also has the same name and apparently also the same zodiac sign, um, this person is like that too. This person is like that too, and and I was just like, what the fuck?" And it comes to like their appearance and the blue eyes and like the and like the and like and I'm just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this information? Like, how do I process this? Like, where do I take this? Like, what? And there is a plot twist that I don't even know that I'm ready to share with you, because I know I'm gonna upload this now, because this is the one I wanna upload now. You know what? I finished this, so like I don't know if I actually wanna, if it's not too soon. You know what I mean? Like I'm afraid it is too soon. Um. But anyway, and that person I met, like I said, like stop lighting me up like this. Thank you. Wow. When you get to heaven, you gonna wish you're in hell. Yeah, it's my philosophy. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so everything I would say that was in my vision, and like even that name, Alex, this wasn't his name, but I think it was like his second name or something like this. I don't know. Everything just correlated, right? And I was just like baffled, okay, with this whole information, and knowing that I also know this person, and I actually deem this person very interesting. Like it's just a very interesting situation, right? Because like these people, right, were wanting to meet me. And at the end, like, the one that texts me, and like both of them are my friends now, and one of, like, the one that texted me and the one that was with her, right, um like, they were wanting to meet me, and somehow they made it happen. Like, they kind of like manifested it in some way, and like all this information is correlating to them in some way, which is fucking like absurd. And also, she knows the girl who read his cards, that is friends with my sister. And like, when I posted her in my story, my sister tells me, yo, she knows this girl. And I'm like, you do know this girl? And she's like, yeah, I know this girl. And I'm like, this is like too many like coincidences. Like, this is too many signs, bro. Like, what am I supposed to do with those signs? Like, help, And all of a sudden, lo and behold, what I realize, right, what I found out, when I find out with my little sneaky spidey senses, right, because I told you, I am a detective when it comes to everything. When it comes to life, I am a detective, I see everything like this, that would be like a, magnifying glass. So, yeah. Me and Sherlock Holmes were like this. What are you talking about? I told you I'm a vampire. Like, I've been alive for so many years, so, no, I'll shut the fuck up, no. But my hair just, like, lost it, but it's fine. I don't give a shit. I did, like, a tarot reading right after, they actually invited him to the party, because, like, a night after that, like, when we spilled all the tea and we, like, actually talked about all of this information, after a night after, we wanted to do something just like us, that was the girls night when we went into even more details. And then I remember that she even like went into more detail of like how even it correlates even more, and it was just like an experience. And then that night we went into that 24/7, and we invited him to the party. She invited him to the party, and we were there. And yeah, and she got his Instagram, whatever. Yeah. And then I did like a tarot reading about this situation, and like I had it done by somebody else, so I was just like told that this person is shit talking behind my back to people I know. And I immediately was, who? I don't know this person actually. I no recollection of this person. Doesn't exist. Genuine reaction. Like, and I was just like, okay, like, that's, like, you're done. Like, this shit is over. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, you have to, like, make some shit up to, like, talk shit on me and to people that I know, which makes sense because somebody that was with me in high school, and, like, in a youth group that I was in, was working there since the time that dude started working there, which was when I first saw him, January. Too many correlations. So, now there is a different, plot twist, like I said, with this different person who, like, everything I said about my vision, she, like, that friend that she's also his friend, she said, this also sounds like this person. Like, it's the same characteristics you're describing right now. And I was just like, and I'm still, like, not knowing what to actually think about this. this whole situation is just like a big question mark, you know, on top of my forehead, just like a big question mark. And you know, I I don't know what to I don't yeah. So he was shit talking behind my back, and when I told this to my sister, she was like, "Oh yeah." And I was like, "What? What do you mean? Oh yeah?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, like they would joke about like with the dude who you were with in high school with, they would joke about like you because they knew she is my sister. Uh, they would joke about how you were like a stalker and like you have like a crush on him." And I was just like, what? Like what? Like what? What the fuck? Yo, yo, what the fuck? You know, and I was just like so furious because even a day beforehand I sent him like after like my first ever message sending him, which was like the last also since was in February, 2023. So now it was October 2023, and I sent him like this meme of like two cats. It was one ginger cat because his hair is like ginger, and it was like one was like black, and it just like appeared on my feed. Like it's not something like I searched for or anything. It was just like cute, and they were like walking beside each other, and like it looked like the black cat was his like shadow because they were like identical, and it was like so cute because it was so like meaningful. Can you actually tell the esoteric significance while I'm describing you this video? He was his shadow, and they were identical, and and it said us in a different universe or in another universe, and I was like, yeah, I have to send him this, like, I must send him this, like, no matter what. And literally the day after, I realized like he's shit talking, and I'm like crossing him in my mind, like, okay, no, who is shit talking? Like, I don't know this person. Like, I don't know who you're talking about. Like, I don't know a person named this. Like, I do, but it's not him, Like, I never seen him, And literally the weekend after, the same weekend of the week that we invited him to the party, not of the party itself, because he never showed up, thank God, because at this point I was just like, please don't show up, please don't show up, please don't show up, because if he would, it would have been so like weird and awkward, and like I would just like be mean to him, I would just, I'm not joking, like I'm serious, like what the fuck, like how dare you like shit talk me, like okay, like pop off, I guess, like if it makes you feel better, or like I don't know, I'm used to it by now, like people are always shit talking me, so like okay, but like from your twin flame you would expect differently, but well, why would you expect differently, actually? Why would you? Why? Why? Benefit of the doubt. Why do you do this to yourself? So the same weekend we also went again to a bar that was like really close to it, and because one of our friends works there, whatever. And afterwards we didn't go there because that's it, like I don't want to, like, that's it, I actually don't want to go there anymore. Like, I really, if there's a reason, even if I want something, I wouldn't go just because of this, just because I know people are shit talking me there. Like, why would I want to go there? Like, it makes no sense, and like a person who works at that bar too tells her, my friend, that and this is the friend, like the Scorpio, the one who doesn't really know much about the situation, doesn't really, like, she just also is getting all of this information from all of us, and she, I guess, kind of like spoke with like one of the Russian workers, like waitresses at the bar, and she told her he is quitting that evening, which was just like, yeah, oh my god, enforcing the fact that this is the end of this era. And I was just like, thank god, finally, like this is amazing. Like this is like a dream scenario, you know. But then there is another conflict, because perhaps this is something I released, and I'm just like looking back on it nostalgically and just being like, oh my god, I met my twin flame. I had this like fucking weird ass experience who made me grow so fast, so rapidly. Like I just shifted timelines like crazy. Like if you would compare me from like October of that year, I was so fucking low vibrational in a sense of like I was getting attached to everything. I was abusing weed. I was just like so depressed, and I was just like feeling, yeah, I was just like feeling like depersonalized and just like uh dissociated and shit like that, and I was just like not with us, right? And this experience lit kind of like a fire inside of me to like, and also like made me want to like um project that fire into me, you know, and like how do you say it, like um spend this fire on me, you know, and just like let it like light me up, you know, because it was such like a huge, like I don't know if I can explain to you how big and like vibrant are the energies when you're meeting your twin flame. Like it's, you just feel like you came home, but you didn't know you weren't home this whole time. You you all of a sudden, like your whole ground shakes up and you're just like, damn, like this is my home. Like what the fuck? Like how why now? Like why like what like how, like you know, like a big question mark. And sorry. And you know, it whole thing ended, and I feel kind of like grateful for it, because like I said, I grew up so rapidly, switched timelines so rapidly, because I put all this like gasoline, I guess I could call it, you know, um that fire into my own ambitions and goals and self-development and all of this. That's why I'm here where I am today, and I'm in the place I'm most proud to be in, the best place in my life. And I feel like this experience, like every experience that I share on my channel, shaped me to be a better person, more aware person, even more. Actually, I could also help other people meet their twin flame. And that's what I actually did. And I actually helped, actually, one of my friends date their twin flame. Just because I knew. Yeah, so like it helped me a lot in my life. And it really taught me unconditional love. And it also taught me a love in a way that I felt like, oh my god, I can never explain it. Like you just feel love, like pure love. Like it's not lust, it's not like infatuation. It's just like love. Just like, I don't know how to explain it, you know? I don't know how to explain it. And it's amazing, because it doesn't mean love for this person or just for yourself. It means love for every living, existing, whatever thing, right? Every single thing. Love, because this whole world is built on love. You know, this is one of the highest frequencies. You know, like yeah, so it's amazing that, you know, it was kind of like an adventure to go through this awkward experience and like have people tell you like, oh my god, you're a stalker, oh my god, you had a you're like
have a crush on this dude and you're like a fangirl, and like it's kind of funny, that to have those experiences, um and I learned so much from it, and I just like am so ready to actually figure out more, because with this person is out of my life, and I actually don't have a reason to think about this experience, rather than the fact that it relates to a different person that is my friend, and that is it's still unsolved, kind of. I don't know yet, but perhaps one day I could explain. I don't know, perhaps one day I will know. Yeah, I think I said too much. I said way too much. I should shut the fuck up sometimes. Like, yeah. But this is my twin flame journey. And I had to tell this because I know that, like, when you're in the twin flame journey, I know, trust me, you believe this person is for you. You want this person. But sometimes you don't really want this person. This person could just be there for like this catalyst moment, tower moment, to make you fucking realize your potential and feel this love and all of this, like, and experience all of these things, right? Um, and have the spiritual awakening. But not always does it mean that it will actually become a romantic connection or any kind of connection long term. You know, we were no contact the whole time. No contact the whole time. Imagine how fucking crazy you're going. So, yeah. Uh, don't think that this is the end of your life because your twin flame rejected you, or like you cannot be together because of like certain circumstances that stop you guys from being together, or whatever it might be, right? The whole point of the twin flame journey is to remind you of your power, not to make you think your power is somewhere else, like that being at this person's aura, like that this person doesn't hold your power, and you need that person to be next to you to have this power. No, when you are aware of this power because of this person, you can claim it as your own, because it is, but you weren't aware of it until you met this person who is just like you in a way, you know but but not also, because like with this analogy of like the two cats, right? One is like ginger and one is like black, which when they walk in the same way, like right next to each other, it looks like it's his shadow, because they might be kind of the same, but they're also completely different. One of them is like the sun and one of them is like the moon, you know what I mean? So yeah. um and don't be butthurt about it, because this is life, and the universe wouldn't give you this journey if it wouldn't have been for your self-development and spiritual development. I guess, because it's just like for you to know and realize and understand how much potential you have. Not this person who is your twin flame, but you. Because all of this power of love, all of these vibrant energies, you have them now. Because you experience them, you have them as reference, you know? So you can use them to the greater good, you know? So, yeah, I hope I could, like, I don't know, maybe some of you related. Um, I know people who were involved in, like, the story also kind of like, I wanted to say something else, but I'm not gonna say it, because I'm pussy. So most of the people like involved in this situation in the early times are not here right now, you know, other than one friend of mine that was there like the whole fucking time. She is also a Leo. I fucking love Leos. What can I do? Like, damn. And she is still like one of my best friends, like ever, 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 ever on this earth. um and we are just like yin and yang, you know. Yeah, and it's so cute, you know, because she's like a Barbie type goth, you know. It's so cute. um and just like, um yeah, it's so surreal to just see this like timeline but just like ending, just just ending. And like I'm in this new timeline, and that's I feel so dope. It feels so dope, and I'm so grateful for this being my life. And I want to say that I am, uh, what am I? What am I? What am I? Yeah, so I'll wrap this up. Goodbye. I love you. Bye bye.